Okay, well, this is a quick little update on the Andor binocular set. Um, I just wanted to kind of show you guys kind of at the stage that I'm at currently. Now, this is all the electronics, give or take. I know it looks like a mess right now, but these are kind of all what I've been working on. I've got a little charging unit here for the 5-volt charger, a series of switches that I've got on and off to control the master power, little tiny micro USB-C connector, and all the again, batteries and all the hardware, and then the controllers, the stepper motor, drivers, everything is all the electronics are in here. The only thing I haven't put in here yet is the back screen. Now, I'm going to show you what I'm running into some of the issues here is. First thing is, just these alone, these parts, and the viewing box and all this, this took me about, on and off, about a week to paint all these. These are very intense paint jobs to paint all the paintwork on there. I've already shown you guys the gear motor setups for the stepper motor setups for the actual lens movement, but now here's the real trick. So both these boxes require these side skirt details here to go over these areas and be mounted. And this is just I'm just kind of roughly fitting it here. They're actually where these blue tape marks are. And what I came up with is, since I'm working on this prop, I had to make the prop so it could be accessible to get into the box. So I'm going to just pull this out here really quick and kind of just, hopefully I can do this with one hand. So I had to, there's the grind out for the, and this thing is thick. So there's the master switch as a circle, and that little bottom part is the USB charging unit. Up here is the little switch hole that will come through there, and that'll be how you make the lenses move. And then again, this smaller, this bigger hole here is the master on and off switch, and this is the charging USB-C port. Now, the trick thing is, again, where you see these blue tape lines, well, I had to come up with also a solution to lock this thing so it was accessible. So what I ended up doing, and again, I wanted to let you know this is no easy task by any means. What I had to do is I had to cut apart the old original bracketry, and these are all stainless steel brackets. So these things were a tough job to cut through. And then make sure that I got all the allowances in there to get the hardware in there. But I was able to reattach all the original locking mechanism. So when you push it forward, it actually locks the box, the case down. It won't come apart. So this was kind of a feat all in its own just to get this done. But again, one of the challenges, see where this blue tape is and that blue line? So that is where one of the detail parts that I just showed you that took a week to paint, those ones right here, I'm going to have to either cut a line, or maybe I'll even cut it down low. But in this case, it's got to open up, so I got to cut it high, or right on this edge, and then have, a little bit of a cut line there, so this thing will actually open. So when you open it up, it'll be able to come free from it. Now, in the past, the best way always is to always cut a relief line wherever you're going to have a separation on the actual true original cut line. But I'm going to have to study it a little closer. See, this one's right on the top of the edge. This one I can probably pull off and just cut it right across here, and it won't be as much of a problem. But again, I just wanted to just kind of show everybody what the challenge is of using something existing and, trying to figure out how I'm going to jam all this together and actually get all this thing to fit and still be functional, so it can be accessible. This was part of the hardest challenge of this build. The original parts were only designed to be a static model. They weren't designed to be any operation or anything. And that's another area here. Let me flip this thing, go back. I'm trying not to bore you guys too much of this video, but so this piece, this view port sits on the back like that, right? Well, I think I've said it in the other videos, it's right on the hinge joint. So what I'm working on currently is trying to figure a way how I can magnetize this properly. And you can see I've already made some alignment holes so I can get this to just sit on there and magnetize on there and hold. Then that way when you need access to get into the box in case there's anything that need to be repaired, you would just remove this entire unit and then you can open the box. But if this thing's on the swing joint or on the hinge, there's nothing you can do about it because that's, again, originally that's the way it was set up. So, you know, again, another challenge to deal with as far as the trying to fit this model. And as every project that I've always gotten involved to when I've gotten into these custom projects is always you tend to overrun your budget and overrun your estimate because you run into these problems that are take a longer term to solve and to figure it out and to actually make it functional. So anyway, I'll end that video with that. Just again, a little quick update on the Andor. Show everybody where it is, and I've had a lot of people requesting to do a some kind of a electronics package for this thing, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think there's no way in hell I'll do it. For what the time and effort and materials that I had to go put into this thing, I would I'd have to ask quite a pretty penny to actually do it again. So anyway, with that said, I'll end the video and we'll talk to you soon.